And I feel like it's pissing me more off than it is Belle. Hello baby girls, and welcome to a new video. Hey! Sorry, I don't know why I turned into Shaun Sheep there for a second. Anyway, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to do something very, very fun. So if you guys are a true OG, you know I've done this before. And that is read a book in one sitting. So I think like 2 years ago, I read 5 Survive when it first came out. And I decided to try and read that in one evening. So now I am going to read the Reappearance of Rachel Price and try to read it in around one sitting. I can't promise you that I might need a pee. So I can't promise you that I don't. Like it'll be fully one sitting, but it's gonna be basically one sitting, obviously. And my plan is that then when I move to uni, I will then purchase Not Quite Dead Yet, and then I can do a similar reading vlog for Not Quite Dead Yet. And I think just with Holly Jackson's books, I think I might keep doing this. I will read you the blurb so we both know what's going on. And for the record, this video will be non-spoiler. I never really do spoiler reading vlogs. 18-year-old Belle has lived her whole life in the shadows of her mom's mysterious disappearance. 16 years ago, Rachel Price vanished and young Belle was the only witness. Rachel is gone, presumed dead. The case is dragged up from the past when the Price family agrees to a true crime documentary. Belle can't wait for the filming to end for her life to go back to normal, but then Rachel Price reappears, and life will never be normal again. Lights, camera, lies. Ooh, okay. So I did try to read this when it first came out and I just never was really in the mood for it, but today is the day. It has 430 pages, so a little steep. It's about to be 2 p.m. I think I'll be reading this until dinner time, and maybe worst case scenario, I will have dinner and then finish this after dinner because your girl's gotta eat. On that note, crack open a cold drink. I'm obviously gonna go for my Pepsi Max because if I'm not drinking a Pepsi Max, it's not me, then this video is like AI or something. And for my snack of choice, I'm gonna go for Nibbits. Got my little bowl. I'm gonna be taking the dust jacket off though because duh. I have read like the first few pages before, but I'm just gonna reread those. Got my little throw. I also have a hoodie just in case. And I grabbed a very appropriate one. This bad boy, a thriller reader. Let's go. See, Holly Jackson always does this, and like you just meet a character and you know what's gonna happen and you know it's probably gonna rip your heart out. So that's great. That's absolutely amazing. It is a little bit later. It is 3 p.m. I've just kind of been taking my time. I got a little bit distracted. I didn't go on my phone or anything. I was just kind of staring into nothing, but I got to chapter 5, page 45, and I'm really enjoying it. So obviously this is a non-spoiler vlog, but I will be saying some things related to the story because obviously I can't just sit here and say nothing. The story starts off with the female main character being interviewed because they're filming this documentary, right? Later on, it's the direct family and they have to watch clips, and it's just very bittersweet. You really feel like you're there with them, which I really like. I don't know, she can really make you feel like you're there. Another thing is that at the beginning of the book there is a little family tree, and also because obviously for the documentary there's a crew, so what each person of the crew does, and I think that's also very helpful. I'm not really sure where this is gonna go because I have like no clue actually. It's funny because this feels a lot more adult than her other books because they've all been YA. I'm pretty sure this is still one of her YA books and only her newest one is an adult one. They swear in that one, but they also swear in this one, so I'm confused. Like, is this also a new adult? No, so this is still her young adult book, so that's interesting. Well, it says young adult, that her newest one is still young adult on Goodreads, so it doesn't really matter. But also there have been a few inappropriate jokes, so I thought that was funny. So basically she obviously has to have a mic on for this documentary, and there's this one guy, and Holly Jackson does it a lot where there's this sneaky little love interest which sometimes, doesn't really get pursued, or like a little bit or whatever, but he had to put a mic on her, but he obviously has to like kind of mess around with her shirt, and that's a little awkward, so he was making conversation, and everything that just came out of his mouth sounded so weird. She walked away and he was like, wait, let me turn you on, and she was like what? Your mic? And yeah, there were just some funny inappropriate jokes, and I think it's very nice. There's a very, at this moment in time, it's a very good balance of having that kind of explaining also to the reader what happened and the moments leading up to the disappearance, but also having some lighthearted moments and really getting a feel for the characters and the family, which I really, really like. I'm really enjoying it. My boyfriend is gonna come here around 4:30, which is in an hour and a half, and then we're gonna do groceries and cook together. Since, fun fact, yes, I'm moving away in less than a month and I still can't really cook, so he's been kind of showing me how to cook different meals, and I am gonna meal prep in uni, so we're gonna meal prep tonight as well. Yeah, he then also has to go back home and eat dinner at home with his family, so I just want to work around his time. Then immediately after I will keep reading. Also, let me know if you guys want me to do any moving vlogs, any packing vlogs, also uni vlogs when I'm there. Just let me know, because obviously my life's gonna look very different. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to, you know, do that with content and YouTube, and if I'm gonna be able to post every week. Not that I'm doing that now, I'm so sorry. Just let me know, and I am gonna keep reading, as I said, chapter 5, roughly 10% now. I'm excited for it to start going more into a thrillery direction. I read something earlier which I thought was interesting. So she was just talking about her nightstand and stuff, and then she said she got into bed making eye contact with a book waiting for her on the top of her nightstand. The plot hadn't really got going yet, a lot of backstory, but something exciting was going to happen soon. It had to, the title promised it. Because I was actually about to start the camera to say, I mean, I did say like I want something to start happening. Maybe 20 pages later, something definitely happened. Something definitely happened. Babe reappeared. We knew it was going to happen, as, you know, the title promised it, but I thought it was a little interesting breadcrumb. I'm now curious, like, what the fuck is then gonna like happen in all of this? I'm intrigued now, because I feel like now, because, you know, this happened, it's really gonna start like taking off and going in a crazy direction, at least I hope. What a frick. See, the thing is, I like obviously knew going into this wasn't going to be straightforward at all, and it wasn't going to be all happy endings, and it wasn't all going to be easy, but like still, why did I still low-key expect that though? Am I dumb? It's a bit later again, it's 4:15 and my boyfriend's currently on his way. I wanted to get halfway before he got here, but that didn't happen. I did manage to get to page 121. That's roughly how far I am. It's very interesting. It doesn't really feel, because 5 Survive is obviously the last book I read, that's been 2 years ago now, by Holly Jackson, and that one was very like fast paced and like constant pressure and stress, and this one just kind of like you're constantly like, huh, like, do I believe this? Do I believe them? Who do I believe? You kind of constantly have like an uncomfortable, weird feeling. But yeah, I am interested to see where it's going. I don't think I'm as intrigued as I was with 5 Survive or A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I think this is just like a completely different story, and it's taking a completely different storyline, because obviously the bitch just fucking reappeared. But they're obviously now just like, they're navigating with how that's gonna be, and, you know, trying to be a family again, but obviously it's weird for everyone. But yeah, I'm really curious to see where this is gonna go, because Holly Jackson has never disappointed me, so I'm just curious to see what's in store. See you guys later. Hello, it's a lot later. It's currently 7:15 and we are gonna keep reading. I made my dinner, learning how to cook. Be proud. Don't slam me in the comments for not knowing how to cook yet, okay? I now have a meal for the next like 5 days, so that's super yum. We're gonna keep reading the Reappearance of Rachel Price, because also while I was eating and while we were making our food, I was thinking about it a little bit, and I was wondering where it was gonna go. I put some candles on, got cozy, put some sweatpants on. Yeah, I love being cozy. I think I want to turn my sunlight lamp on as well. Sunset lamp, that's what I mean. It's kind of broken because it sometimes just changes color by itself. I don't really know how that works. I'm going to be taking this one to uni, and then if it breaks at uni I'll just buy a new one, because I bought this one when they first came out and they were all really expensive, and it's worked. Oh, see? So fucking weird. But then sometimes it will just be fine if this happens a few times, and sometimes it lasts, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe I should just buy a new one. I don't know. Yeah, my boyfriend might come over later. He said he wasn't gonna, but I might just finish it while he's here because I'm not sure how long it's gonna still take me because I'm reading a little slower than I usually read, but I'm not in a rush, so why would I rush reading, you know? Let's go. Also, let me know if you guys like these kinds of videos and like and subscribe if you haven't. Oh my god. I don't know how relevant this is going to be to the story, but I am going to mention it because so far it's like not really spoiling anything. But so her name is technically Belle, but her full name is Annabelle. And I'm not even Belle, but her mom, since she's been back, 'cause she used to call her Anna, has only been calling her Anna or Annabelle. And it's obviously pissing her the fuck off. And I feel like it's pissing me more off than it is Belle. Because how hard can it fucking be? Like, okay, imagine, because my name's Sophia, I go by Sophia. I don't really respond to anything but Sophia. But when people call me Sophie, holy fucking shit, I'm gonna beat you the fuck up. I had this one teacher who I had for 3 years in a row. We had, you know, when you walk into class, they did, attendance. And on the first day of that year, he said, Sophie? And I said, yeah, Sophia. And he's like, oh, sorry. For the rest of my second to last year, because I didn't actually have him in my last year, but for the rest of that year, he still kept calling me Sophie, and everyone would laugh because obviously, like, that's not my fucking name. But, yeah, really great things. How hard can it be to name someone by their fucking name, especially your own child? It is 9 p.m. I don't know where the fucking time keeps going, but I just got to page 215, so I'm basically halfway. And what the actual fuck is going on? No, because genuinely, what the fuck's going on? This feels like kind of like a domestic thriller almost, and I'm loving it. I'm devouring it. This feels not very YA, and I'm eating it up. I don't really have anything else to say, but for what the fuck's going on, because I'm just, at this point, I'm just confused, and also I'm like halfway now, so I don't really want to say too much either, but shit's going weird. Guys, I'm in my boyfriend's bathroom because I wanted to update you guys, but I didn't want to bother him, or I don't know, I felt like I just couldn't speak my mind, and I don't know, I'm just uncomfortable. I don't know, I thought it was awkward. Anyway, this book is making me go fucking insane. Okay, for the last, I think, 50 pages, I've just been going, what the fuck. Everything I thought I knew, I didn't. Everything I thought I guessed, I didn't fucking know. Okay, I was coming up with these crazy theories, and for some reason, Holly Jackson always will one up you. If you think you know what's going on, the fuck you don't. Okay, I'm genuinely going insane. It's twist after 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 twist. Okay, I have 80 pages left, and honestly, until the book is done, I don't know what to believe, okay? I think I know who to believe at this point. But so, I thought the same thing 50 pages ago, and I still have 80 pages left, so a lot can happen in those 80 pages. I do not know what the fuck is gonna happen. I'm actually crashing out. Because, what do you mean? Holly Jackson plays with your emotions like a master manipulator plays with his fucking wife. Okay, I'm gonna go pee, and then I'm gonna keep reading. You'll probably just see my weird facial expressions, but going insane. Every 5 seconds, I have an eye twitch. I'll let you guys know. Hello, it's the next day, and I finished the Reappearance of Rachel Price last night. Yes, I did do that. I was low-key a little scared I wasn't gonna be able to finish it because it was already 10 p.m. after 10 p.m. when I went to my boyfriend's house. I was just feeling a little down, so I went over to his house, and I was scared that when I got there I'd just give up, and just say I'll finish it today. But I didn't. You saw me crash out in the bathroom. Yeah, and let me tell you, when I finished this, what the fuck? Because Holly Jackson did it again. She did it again. again, you don't realize how attached you are to characters until something happens, right? And I was like, holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit, this is insane. This is insane. I was blown away because I had all these theories, and they were really good theories, let me tell you that. And I think 90% of them I got wrong, or 99 actually. Maybe I shouldn't be doing my guessing anymore. Obviously I'm not very good at it. I did feel like it was very different to Five Survive. I keep saying Five Survive. It's just because A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, that whole series I read I think like 5 years ago, so I don't want to say something that might not be right, so I'm just gonna go off what I know. So this did feel a little bit different to Five Survive, and I also do think it was a little different to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder because this felt very much like a domestic thriller, and it felt a little more adult. It felt a lot adult actually compared to all the young adult books I've read, because I've read a lot. It went into directions that I never thought it would. I'm really excited now to read Not Quite Dead Yet, so you guys can expect another video like this, but in a couple of months when I'm in uni, so maybe like October, because I've heard it takes place actually on Halloween, so maybe I can read it like Halloween weekend or something like that. Like I think that could be really fun, because I had this for a longer period of time and actually gave it a shot before, and I stopped reading it after I think 20 pages. My expectations were lowered because when I first bought it I had very high expectations, and then just I feel like the longer something sits on my shelf, the less excited I am for it. Holy shit, this really blew me away. I was definitely not expecting this. I would really recommend this. This was actually a bomb book. I think this is gonna get like a 4.5 because I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I just didn't get that 5-star feeling or close to that feeling. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Yeah, and if you're still watching, comment this little emoji over, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you. I never realized how true that is now because I barely post, so it's really like I can't even say see you next week because it's really I'll see you when I see you. Like I can't promise you anything, but I'll see ya. Sorry.